Yep, great. And participants. Nobody yet.
So we live?
We are live recording. Yep.
No, I meant as far as the mic and everything.
We talking?
So you're mic'd up right now on
Yes.
the video.
Mike's on.
Okay.
There's Michael, he's there, he made it home.
Hey, Ted.
Hey, John.
How we doing tonight?
Right,
Good evening, Mr. Chairman.
Really audio. Oh, that would help if I plugged into it.
Yep, she disappeared.
She's fast too. She'll come right back on.
Yep.
Oh, John, did you work hard shoveling today?
That was a ball breaker. I never seen that much rain.
At least I didn't have to shovel it.
True. True.
All right. Hopefully this won't be a long meeting. Don't forget your ashes tomorrow, John.
Yep. He's recording it. Martha.
Are your daughters with your mother, John?
Which ones?
Your two oldest ones?
They're back in school.
Oh, they are down back in Boston?
Yep.
Oh, okay, because I haven't seen them. My last time I saw them was your mother, and I figured they were your mother.
No, they're down in Boston.
yeah, mute somebody else, you
Okay,
should mute up.
John, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Martha. You hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Yes, sir. I had to send over a couple changes to 2 warrant articles to EJ this afternoon. DRA is recommending, they're pretty minor.
Okay. I'll check in with them tomorrow.
Great.
Shouldn't be a problem. Hey, at least we didn't get the snow today.
That's true, yeah, yeah. Save some salt.
Might need it later tonight, but
Yeah,
And Thursday,
yeah. Hopefully that one weakens too.
they still talking 3 to 5 or 5 to 7?
It was very, 5:30 news he couldn't really give totals.
Oh, okay,
They'll know more probably tomorrow.
yeah. Things quiet, Rye?
Pardon?
Are things quiet in Rye?
Have been.
Good.
I've been out. I've been home sick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got my second vaccine shot and then it knocked me for a loop.
Is that right? What kind of shot you get? Pfizer or
Moderna.
Moderna?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad, John.
Yeah, I got the shot Friday and 18 hours after that, it hit me hard.
Oh,
It
wow.
just, knocked me right down.
They give you anything for it? Or just
The only thing the ER doctor recommended was ibuprofen to keep the fever down.
Oh, wow.
But I felt, actually today is the first day I've actually felt halfway decent.
Wow, wow, that's funny. Stretch.
Yeah.
Well, I saw you on Friday. You said your arm was a little sore from the shot.
Oh, it was sore Friday, but Saturday morning it hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have a temperature rise and sweats?
Yeah.
and all?
Yeah.
So you had a reaction to it, basically.
Yeah, more or less. The body was trying to fight it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, some people have had that from what I'm told. So it takes about 3 or 4 days to get through that, I guess.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yesterday was probably about a 70% decent day. Today
Yeah.
was close to 100.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad to see you doing better, John. I didn't realize you were laid up that bad.
Yeah. Well, it's tough. You lose your appetite. I didn't eat anything all weekend.
Well, I could
I was
do
just
that.
tired. I was tired.
Yeah.
I thought that's the most I've ever slept.
Did they sign it in? Yeah.
Okay.
Do you see Mike's name up there? Mike's name?
He's on iPad.
Is he on his phone or is he on an iPad?
Mike is on his iPad. So I think-
I see Mr. Latcher on there.
Yeah, he may.
Hey, you,
He's supposed to wear a mask. As an example.
Right.
Joe Biden example.
that's good.
Are you expecting a long meeting? So you having an energy drink? Is that what you're doing?
For the minutes, what we just got forwarded to us electronically.
They're not finished yet, Ken. We're gonna pass on them tonight.
Okay, good.
We haven't had a chance to review
Thank you.
them. 6 o'clock somewhere.
Yes.
Call the meeting order at 6 o'clock. We're doing a Zoom meeting as authorized and as Governor Simmons Emergency Order number 12. Executive Order 2020-04. This board is authorized to meet electronically. Martha and I are at Town Hall. Mr. Lightshot is on the Zoom, and Mr. Marconi is checked in on the Zoom, and many others who are listening. So, Mr. Marconi, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Absolutely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Michael. Manifests, $77,583.86 dated January 28, 21. $309,263.80 dated February 4th of 21. $99,277.70 dated February 11th of 21. Accept the motion.
So moved.
Seconded.
Discussion? Roll call. Mr. Latshaw,
Yes.
Mr. Marconi,
Yes.
Mr. Connors, yes. Next is the facility use requests. Northern Fire Department. Gonna have classes there and,
And the Newington School Supporters.
and it's doing this for the 5 mile race, which is, on February 25th.
You want to make a motion for both of them? I will do that.
If you will, please.
Well, Ted, hold on. I think there's more than two, isn't there? There's March 20th, June 24th. Am I looking at the right one?
No, it's just two of them, the fire department and the Newington School Supporters.
Right, I think
Yeah.
the chairman was
Right.
joking with you.
Those
All
are
right.
two I see. Are there more, Martha, or is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
The 5 mile road race, I'm sorry, is September 25th.
You made a motion, Michael?
Yes, I made the motion.
Mr.
I'll
Latcho,
second.
you second?
Yes, I do.
All right, roll call. Marconi,
Yes.
Blatchall,
Yes.
Connors, yes, unanimous. On the agenda, we have, Seacoast reliability project road damage. We have a letter here from, Terry Radigan that we have reviewed. Dennis Hebert has reviewed it and has recommended that we send this along to Eversource. Martha, you-
Yes, we'll be drafting a letter to Eversource about the road damage and the fact that the memorandum of understanding between the town and Eversource allows for the town's opinion to stand. So we'll get that drafted for the board soon.
you need a motion on that?
Yes, that'd be great.
Yes, let's accept the motion that we draft to pass this on to Eversource.
So moved.
I'll second it, and I'd like to make a comment, Mr. Chairman.
Please, Michael.
I'd like to thank Mr. Hebert for all his time and effort on this Eversource issue. It's been a long hauling process for him, and I appreciate what he's done for the town. I just want him to know that publicly.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Other comment? We'll do a roll call with Mr. Marconi,
Yes.
Mr. Latchaw,
Yes.
Connors, yes. For people who are listening for the first time, all votes have to be roll called under the executive order of the governor. That's why it's not just a simple yes. Okay, on the old business, we have Wilcox Way update.
The town engineer has given the selectmen a punch list for Wilcox Way prior to acceptance of the road. He and the town planner are recommending that we wait until spring for the punch list items to be complete, and at that time, the board can accept the road.
You need a motion on that or just
Well, just,
information?
Information.
Great.
Hey,
thank you.
Martha, would you repeat that, please? Did you say postpone it till spring?
Yes, so the punch list items can be completed.
Okay, perfect. I'll make that motion then.
We don't need a motion. That's just an information. When it comes back, Mr.
Right.
Lawson will have the motion, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Old business, motorized vehicles on town property, update the ordinance. As we came to our attention over the last couple of months, that the area of the town forest was not in the ordinance because it wasn't accepted by the town until 91-ish, I believe. And the ordinance went into effect in 86. So that area is not designated. So I would recommend that we put a committee together to look at that because there has been some controversy on motorized. And I would suggest that we put a study committee together because it affects the conservation, planning board, police department, and HDC, and any other people who wish to who use the bike path, the travel ways for motorized vehicles. If they wish to be on it, they could volunteer. That would be a recommendation of mine.
Well, Ted,
Yeah,
I like that idea. I just want to make sure that we put out to the town, we're looking for all representation. And did I hear you say including the ones that would like to ride the woods as well?
yes, definitely, yeah,
Okay, yeah, we definitely want to include them.
okay.
So if I may, Mr. Chairman, you're
Please,
gonna be asking for people from some of those other boards and some of the people who wrote the town selectmen about this issue to see if we can put a committee together. Is that correct?
That's correct, that's right.
Good. That's
It
good.
was
I think we should get the
a
name.
petition or a thing that they wanted us to review it and look into it, and I think this is my recommendation, the fairest way to handle
I think that's good. I concur with that, Mr. Chairman.
it, okay? So we made a motion, seconded. We'll have a vote, Mr. Marconi,
Yes, I'll make the motion that we put a committee together to investigate the town property in the forest area that was not under the rules of the 1986 agreement. And we put a committee together to formulate what some plans to be brought forward for the townspeople to vote on. And we as selectmen will support whatever the town wants. Thank you, sir.
thank you. The second, Mr. Latshaw,
Yes, I will.
okay? Vote, Mr. Latshaw,
Yes,
Mr. Marconi,
Yes,
Connors, yes. Okay, we're going to new business. And the new business is right to know, on the agenda. Within the last couple of weeks, we sent an employee of ours who, to go over to the police department, the videotape to the meeting. As we all know that, in the past year or so, the budget committee, the town people, and many people in town have asked us to videotape, Zoom, or whatever the meeting, so they'll be, if people can see them and accessible, and put them up on our website. And it's been a consensus, and we've been trying to be very, very transparent on this, and been working ahead. We have done some meetings already. We have done like the planning board, the selectmen's meeting. And offhand, I can't think of, this is it. When we went over there the other night, the Chairman Blonigan said that she would not allow any videotaping or recording of the meeting. That's the prerogative of the police department. I would like to have us look into with our legal counsel to look at it. As I review the RSA's, we have the right, anybody has the right, not us. Anybody in town has the right to videotape, record, or just record the meeting. And I would just like to have a rule so that we can proceed on the safe ground, and that we don't, that we're all working toward the same goal of what the people of town wish us to do. And I think the police department and Chairman Blonigan is wrong in this. And I just want to have a legal opinion to review it and look at it, and so that we can go forward.
Can I speak to that, Ted?
Mr. Chairperson, Ted,
Please,
before we start the discussion, I want to be very clear that to be fair and transparent, I'm going to recuse myself from this because Police Commissioner Blonigan's spouse is Bob Blonigan, candidate I'm running against. Bob and I have a gentleman's agreement that we would be professional and take the high road to prevent any questions or any innuendos, because we're only 3 weeks from the election. I will stand by my agreement with Bob, and I will recuse myself.
thank you very much, Mr. Lanshaw. Commissioner, you had a question?
Mr. Chairman, it's Brenda Blonigan, 21 Handle Lane, and could I speak?
Please.
Okay. I did not tell him that he could not audio tape it. I told him that we did not want him to videotape it. I was under the understanding, and I was wrong, and I will admit I was wrong, that I thought it was just audio taping and not videotaping. After I looked at the RSA does say that anyone can audio as well as video. Just so you know, I called Mr. Wilson and I apologized to him. because I was under the understanding that you could audio tape but not videotape.
Thank you very much. You reviewed the law and you're satisfied?
Yes, I did. I reviewed the law and I'm very satisfied. Like I said, I was under the understanding that you could audio tape but not videotape. I was wrong. I called Mr. Wilson and I apologized to him.
Okay, thank you very much for your input. I think maybe this kind of resolves an issue, because we will be going out at the request of the constituents. We will go out and try to broadcasters tape these meetings and put them on the website. This is what we're at. Thank you very much, Commissioner.
You're welcome.
Mr. Chairman. Ted, I have a question.
Ms. Francis,
Yeah, do you have does the selectmen have any objections that the Board of Fire Engineers, we tape it, we put it on the fire department's webpage along with the town's webpage?
we
No.
want it on the town webpage. We don't want it, you can have it on the fire. We have no problem with that. But we have promised the people we'll put it on our town webpage and it should be over there.
Okay, it's been discussed, it's still in discussion with the three engineers. So we'll get things squared away.
All right, and if you wish, Mr. Fire Engineer Francis, if you wish, we can sit down and work out something and see how it's done, recording it like that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, if I may speak,
Please, Mr. Lafayette.
I'd prefer to have all meetings, podcasts for everybody to see what's going on in town and all the meetings, committee meetings, police or fire, whatever. I prefer to have them done in the town hall. That's the people's building. We could set that up for them to do that. And that's how I feel about that, Mr. Chairman. And I think seriously, some of the people in town who run committees should go to the right to know seminars that are put on by the New Hampshire Association, and they can see how this thing has to be done. There's no reason why podcasting can't be done in all committees. Therefore, everybody in town can see what's going on. And I wish that this would be something we could move forward, sir.
I have no problem with the recording and working to that goal. I would think, let's do a little research whether we can, we have the room, the space, and everything else to do it. With moving going on and everything,
Right.
with the town meeting coming up in 2.5 weeks, I would rather not make a decree until after we see how that all works out and if we have the equipment to move forward.
That's fine, Mr. Chairman. I understand that, but I don't think we should allow a committee of anybody podcasting their own stuff. It should be done by a town employee doing it, because that way there, it's going to be done. I'm not saying anybody would do anything wrong, but I feel that would be kind of questionable. I think it should be done by an individual that's approved by us, the selectmen, and everybody could abide by it. I think it's only fair that the town see all the meetings and all the information that's out there that should be shared for the people, because we represent the people, Mr. Chairman.
Absolutely. And I like your ideas, Michael, and let us work on that. Let us get through the town meeting and then we'll set that all up if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time,
Thank you,
Mr. Chairman.
And I
Thank
think
you.
that puts the resolution of the right to know to bed right now, because Commissioner Blonigan has vetted that in review. We are going to move forward with the police department and
Right. And I thank her for doing that. I'm glad that she did that. I appreciate that. We all sometimes make a mistake, and if you want it, you admit your mistake and go on, it's fine. She may want to take the seminar with anybody else who wants to take the seminar. I think it's a good thing for everybody to take it. You and I and Kenny took it with Martha and Ella. I remember taking that. It was very informative. So I think that this is an excellent subject to be discussing this evening. Thank you for your time.
thank you. All right. We'll move forward to the next Skip Sansucci utility appraisal contract.
The board has received the revised contract from Karen Anderson, $37,500.
Please.
Savings of over $10,000 through negotiations. I would recommend the board approve this contract.
I'll make
I-
a- Go ahead,
make
Go ahead,
motion.
Ken. Go ahead.
I'd like to make that motion and at the same time recognize Karen for doing an outstanding job and saving that money for the town.
I will second it. I will also second Ken's statement. I think that Karen deserves 2 gold stars for this issue because, again, we're dealing with attorneys and our attorney fees are quite high. And anytime we can get them to cut their fees, I think it's a great day for the town of Newington. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll vote on it. Mr. Marconi,
Yes.
Mr. Latchaw,
Yes.
Mr. Connors, yes. We'll move on to the, Little Bay Water Line easement. We need approval of, do we proceed with the city of Portsmouth, allow them to, do a laydown area on Fox Point when they bring the water line across the bay from Durham, Dover side over to the side. The only digging up will be along the shoreline, and that's all been approved by the state and all the wetland boards and everything else. So it's just a little, it'll be an area up towards the point beyond the house in that field up in there. So we'll
When-
have a motion that we proceed with giving the
Ted.
bring a new water line across the bay.
Ted, the only question I have, just so people understand, what's the time frame we anticipate this starting?
I think it's the fall.
When they.
The
met with
fall.
us, it was,
Okay.
I'm sorry, that might be Eleanor?
Yeah, it was they said the fall they were hoping to do it.
Right, fall,
Yeah.
do it during the winter months where it wouldn't foul up the recreation, the boating that goes under the
Right.
bay, because they'll be going under the bay with the water line. Thank you. Ellen.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ken.
I just said thank you.
Oh,
Right.
well, Mr. Chairman, my concern too was that they were listening to what we said about the recreational time up there at the point in the summertime and do it in the fall is the better time to do it. So I think that's a good move.
And they'll restore the fields and restore everything up to
Correct.
the standards of, okay? And it was
Yes.
approved by the Conservation Commission also before it came to the selectmen.
Right.
The motion has been made,
So moved.
seconded. Roll call, Mr. Latchaw,
Yes.
Mr. Marconi,
Yes.
Connors, yes. I think of investment policy, we have it in the
The
book.
town treasurer has recommended the investment policy that's in your binders for 2021. Does the board have any concerns or questions? If not, we recommend this be approved.
This is the same policy we've used right along.
Yes,
I'll make a motion then that we pass this.
I'll second it.
Okay, made discussion. Mr. Marconi,
Yes.
Latchaw,
Yes.
Connors, yes. Excuse me, the next item on the agenda is the town meeting. We have to approve the time and the date, and we're using,
the fire department as well as town hall.
yeah, we use November, February, no, I'm sorry,
March 13th.
March 13th, from 11, no, 10:30 for the town meeting. The school board has already approved this for, I believe it's a 10 o'clock meeting. We're gonna Zoom it. We're gonna have, the town meeting in the auditorium with a speakers and stuff in the lobby. And also the fire station will be set up with a screen, audio, and like that, and we'll have for people who, if it's crowded or people be more comfortable, we will have a town clerk over there to register for the town vote. And everything just like you'd be in the building here. Also, if there are any votes that have to be done, we've reviewed this with Jack and Laura, and their concurrence that we will have this, and if somebody wants to come in just to vote on one of the issues, or one article issue, we'll have it set up at the fire department. They can go in there, register, get their ballot, vote, and then all the ballots will be brought back over to the town hall to be voted. I don't expect many will be ballots, but we want to protect and make sure that everything and the people at home can see the Zoom, they can see it. So the moderator will give them time to come down here and vote. We've had great cooperation between the fire department, the chief, deputy chief, and the police department chief, and everybody concerned, Martha heading this up, and Jack and Lauren in this. So it's, we're working towards this, and we will put out a bulletin on this so that people will know the procedure, how to follow it like that. And then again, another thing we will do before the meeting, we will have a Zoom meeting with Eric Weiber on the bike path. We're trying to set up a time on that. We'll give plenty of notices we can on that, so we can have any evening, so the people can have a Zoom, look at the bike path, safety lane is, park, and any information they may have.
Okay, good.
Okay? So
Yeah,
I
That's
need a
pretty
motion
good.
just to prove that the town meeting will be held on March 13th between at 10 a.m. 10:30 a.m.
So moved.
Seconded.
Okay, roll call. Mr. Larshaw,
Yes.
Mr. Marconi,
Yes.
Cornish, yes.
I have a question, Mr. Chairman.
Please.
If you're gonna use the fire station, we're gonna have to move the apparatus out of the station. Are they gonna park that in the parking lot, or where are they gonna put that? In the police parking lot? Because there's gonna be a lot of people there, I think.
Well, the fire department said they would relocate it, maybe right in their own parking lot. I'm not 100% sure. But they understand the cooperation, and if the people are around, they will be out of there, so nobody will be a safety issue.
Right.
Thank you.
Well, I want to thank the chief and the fire engineers for being so helpful for the town, because we expect a big turnout that day.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Hey, Ted, I'd like to say the same thing. I'm very pleased with that. And I've actually talked with several people, quite a few people about the town meeting. And I think knowing that they can go to the fire department like a satellite center will make them far more at ease than walking into the town hall.
Right. That's what we thought. And we've been studying this for the last few months. Looking at Jack O'Reilly's been very working with the state and listening to all their podcasts and webinars and everything else to be sure that we follow the guidelines of the Secretary of State's office. And we seem to be in that, and I think we're moving quite progressively and good sight on that. Okay, do we have a roll call vote on that? Ellen, did we have a vote on that?
Yes, you did. And
Okay,
you had a
thank
roll call.
Okay,
You're just checking to see if Eleanor's awake, right?
that's right. Private wells, Martha.
Wood Engineering, on behalf of the U.S. Air Force, has been contacting residents with private wells to learn about how they use their water wells, and also to complete routine sampling. So that's just an informational piece for the board.
Yes, they contacted me, Martha, already, because I have my own well, plus I've allowed the Air Force to put 2 wells on my property to see if there's any material coming in our direction, and I've given him another contract to continue to do that.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
All right, now next on the item is Adams Homestead walk site. We received a letter from Dwayne Hyde regarding the a walk around the homestead of the Adams, the old Knox farm across the street. And they've given us some times that are available, March 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and 26th, you know, from 8 a.m. to 5. I like the one on the 25th, I think, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I think we gotta have a walk on the farm about 7 o'clock at night when it's dark. I think if we're gonna do this, I would recommend that we do it in the early afternoon or early morning.
Right, I agree.
We'll check the schedules out, and we'll check with the other people who are involved, because I believe there'll be conservation and the planning and like that. So we'll work out a schedule and get back for some time in that time frame.
I prefer to do it in the daytime too. I really don't want to walk around with a torch and pitchfork at night.
Okay, that's all right. That's an informational thing. We'll get back on that. And, the state-owned, land at the train depot, the land down by the bridge. Martha will update us on that, please.
We have learned that there is a new project manager that will be taking over the sale of the state land, Jennifer Rezick, and we are waiting to hear from her.
That's just information. Is there anything else that has to come up this evening?
Just one other question, Mr. Chairman, on that issue with the train station. Now that Mr. Dakota is no longer at the DOT, we're gonna be talking to this other individual that Martha mentioned.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, after, Ted, after looking at the letter and knowing that we have now a new negotiator, I certainly got the feeling out of that letter that it kind of sounds like they're gonna change direction.
I read into that too. They changed direction in each phone call.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll just wait to hear and then we'll set up a meeting with all involved. Lulu Pickering's been very involved in this, and we'll certainly have Lulu involved in the HTC.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your update, Mr. Chairman.
Anything else that has to come up?
Make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Roll call.
Roll
Oh.
call. You don't have to go, that doesn't require a call, Alan. No, it does. Not voting.
Hey, this is Jack O'Reilly. I looked at, sorry, I'm late. I thought it was a 6:30 meeting. Did you guys vote to hold the town meeting on the 13th?
Yes,
Okay, good. I'll let the school board know.
okay. All right, thank you, Jack. And Jack, we used your name several times and we did it. I want to thank you very much for all the work you and
Absolutely.
Laura did on this. It's been
Oh.
excellent.
If I could only get my meeting time straight, I'd be a lot better off. I
Well,
thought
you
I
know,
had 6:30 on my calendar, but that's okay.
okay,
Yeah, I'll let the school board know. Martha, I'll send you some words to maybe how to start the letter off, and you probably get a lot of notes today anyway, but between you and I, I'm sure we get the letter written up.
Great.
Great.
Very
Well,
good.
sorry I
Thanks,
missed the
Jack.
meeting. I bet
Take care. Have a
it's been
nice evening.
entertaining. Catch you later.
All right.
all right, motion adjourned is over and we're done. Thank you all very, very much. Appreciate your attendance.
Thank you.